Hello everybody and welcome to another photography talk. And this time I want to talk about
Man with a Camera, starring Charles Bronson.
ethic and why not a little bit AI. Before we begin, as usual, if you want to support the channel, put a like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to go a step further, check out my books, Photography Dev Manual, Lasting Photographs, a novel with a photographic plot, very nice reviews, and fine art in jet printing. This said, I was on some social media, I think it was Facebook, and someone posted, I don't remember who and what was the group, so sorry for that, I don't give credit, but I saw post the link to a TV series from 1958, and this is A Man with a Camera with Charles Bronson. I started to look at that series and was absolutely fun to watch. First of all, it's fun technically to watch how photography was done in that age with the beautiful graphics cameras mostly and so on. So it's very accurate, it's very well done, it's very real. It's nice to see all these adventures where photography is the solution to all the problems that he found himself in. But what really impressed me was the respect there was for photographers, the high moral and ethic choices made by Kovac, the photographer. That was probably the thing that impressed me most, was that the idea was that photography is something that contains truth, but because the photographer was worth our trust, because we know that he always made the right choice, the right ethical choice. There's even an episode where there are some fake constructed images going around. So it's not just that it was more difficult to create fake, but the most important thing was the reputation of the photographer. And we lost that. Photography is no more something that we think is the truth. And for two reasons. One is the technical aspect, and we have seen with the latest AI photography that it's very easy to create something fake that is kind of realistic, not too much, but it's kind of is. But most of all, the thing is that we lost the trust in photographers. We know that a lot of photographers lacks ethic. There's something I always mention an example because for me this was something huge, and I was surprised by the silence around it and the fact that there was no consequences for the photographer. And I mean consequences as losing the public. And this was when it came out that McCarry, all the story about, all the narrative about the Afghan girl was totally wrong. The Afghan girl came out and she told that she was not terrified by what was going on around, but she was terrified by the photographer because he forced her to take off her veil from the face. And that was for me kind of impressive that we had this huge thing that was a big no-no for a photographer. It was really, it was a huge lie, what he told, and still people went to see exhibit, and still photographers tried to imitate him and so on. And it was not limited to that, it was also other pictures where the soldiers were took away, retouched away from the streets in Cuba to show that Cuba was a beautiful place and on the bloody dictatorship. And there was the staged photograph of the luggage, the guy of with the luggage on his head in India, and also a lot of things came out, and were no consequences basically. Still people go out and bring money to his exhibits and so on. And when you see that we lose our ethic, we lose our moral values, we allow fake photographers, fake photography created by photographers to push a propaganda, an agenda, and we still give them credits This is what changed everything. And if you look at A Man with a Camera, is exactly the opposite. All the credibility was because Kovac, the photographer in the series, was always doing moral choice, an ethical choice, and that was what gave the credibility to his work and his photographs. We lost it because we allow fake images to win contests, we allow all these kind of things. We allow also ourselves to be fake, to say something that probably is not really correct, or something with our images, to create fake realities just for not even money anymore, but just for few likes. And that is what destroyed photographs. And by the way, for me, the most impressive thing is the silence of photographers' associations about this matter. We are debating now about artificial intelligence, and you ask yourself if artificial intelligence can be ethic, can be moral, and that will show you how to win the battle, how to be better, be a human being, and a good human being. And by the way, when we talk about moral and ethics, everybody think about something that is a huge system of thinking or something like that. It's a lot of philosophy or religion or these kind of things. But ethic can be something that is very simple. And one of the things I prefer is the four-way test. Herbert Taylor, I learned the four-way test at the Rotary Club, but it was invented by Herbert Taylor in 1932. It was after the crisis of 1929, the economic collapse, and Herbert Taylor started to wonder what he can do to bring his company back. And he came out with something that was genius, to ask to all his employees to apply. And it was the four-way test. And the four-way test is very simple. For all the things we think, say, or do, we have to think about four questions. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? If you can answer yes to that four questions, then you are moral. You are doing something that is right and will bring great results. Sadly, we didn't do this for many years, especially in photography. Right now we are not doing it, and we have to start, in my opinion, to do it, to look at the photograph and think if answer yes to all these four questions. That is for me one of the most important things. Watching The Man with a Camera, really, you see all that applied, and you see how photography changed, and not technically, but morally, ethically. Photography totally changed, and I think we have to get back to that. That doesn't mean that we have to get a huge Graflex and only take pictures in 4x5 with the Graflex, but we have to pose the same moral question. We have to follow the same idea of ethics. So this is just all something that came out to me watching this series, and I wanted to share with you. So thank you for watching. Please put me down your comments, what you think about ethics, what you think about photography right now, what you think can differentiate us from artificial intelligence, and so on. Thank you again for watching, and if you want to support the channel, again, check out my books, Fine Art in Jet Print, Lasting Photographs, a novel, good reviews, Photography Dev Manual. And put a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, share with your friends, and let me know your ideas and your comments. Thank you for watching, see you next time.